Local recording. So there was just a big quake where everybody jumped and we got all had a bad time because Bloodman detonated the thing. Fix Bloodman. Okay, so here we are in a field, and it seems like everyone's in one piece. Pretty good. Thanks, Brian Tyre. And we got warped away from the dimension quake. Sarah here in the Freedom detects that we weren't warped too far away from where we just were, but Jabby, a big old fishy Jar Jar Binks looking fucker, is flipping his shit. He's like, ah! Ah! Shia asks what's going on, and he says, well, we weren't affected much by the quake, but the world at large has been just completely transformed. He doesn't know what's changed, but all he can, but he can feel that lots of stuff has. And Hazemon wants everyone to get together to figure out what's happened so far and get any lingering misunderstandings about that thing where we all hate each other because we've paid attention to news on the internet. And now, look at these messed up continents. There's that big split down, totally different to what it was before. Howdy, the Flam, how you doing? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Everybody's here, everybody's here. So, this is where we get the deets on what happened on the other route, but basically they're talking about the Overdevil and how it was awful. And the Eman and the Chiram. The mighty Overman. Alright, dude. Whatever you say, Gwen. The dude who's the Siberia guy, Kiss? Whatever, he's got a big stupid thing. But it was mostly the Overdevil, and it was just stupid. And it's the origin of Overmen or whatever. Elenet. And then we get to this little bit where Holland's glad to see that we've been maintained our independence from Zaft, even though the news said the complete opposite. He's glad that that wasn't true, because he still cannot place his trust in any sort of military organisation. He preferred to say split off if we were going to act as part of Zaft's troops, but come on, Talia. Here's Talia. Talia makes a point that she still considers herself as part of Zaft's troops, and she'll fight against the plant's enemies. But, as another human, she's more than willing to support the plan of coexistence with the Corallians and do a dimensional repair that safeguards everyone, not just little bits. The Overdevil sounds like some 12-year-old OC. He's the devil, but even more. No, he's like an Overman. Much like there is devil to man, there is Overdevil to Overman. And he's a cat, frog, bat thing. He's awful. He's just shit. I hate him. Yeah, she doesn't think that this will bring harm to Plant, so she agrees that we'll all team up. Who cares if we get a bad rap? And Bright's glad to help, because he's going to offer the same choice to everyone in the squad, that if you don't like having the Zaft label on the box, then you can go do whatever. But Hazemon thinks that there's not going to be very many people who say no, because nobody wants the rulership of the world monopolised. And there, Holland's talking about Adrock Thurston, and now and they mentioned Eureka, and now she is a Corallian. And yeah, she's a Corallian. Eureka is a Corallian. They were like, we want to know more about the people, like the dominant life form of this dimension. So, and they formed the little Eureka out. And because she's been experiencing all sorts of new and wonderful emotions by hanging out with Renton, it's made the Corallians all hella excited. And they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna come over, it's good. But actually, they'll fucking murder everybody. And now I want to get to where you get the bullshit. I just need Holland to say a line followed by Jamil. What about the AUG? Galia. But yeah, this is all just filling in what happened on the other route, which is mostly Overman Satan. And Corallians. Has there ever been an alien race superheroes that didn't want to murder all the things? Well, Corallians don't want to murder all the things, they just want to come over and join in. Howdy, Master, how you doing? They just want to join in and hang out. Because they think it's a cool world. Yeah, they'll just happen to end everything if they do show up. But they don't want to do it, they want to be friends. Okay, so Holland is like, looks like our endgame's decided. And now Jamil, to protect this world, now we must think of what we can do to make that happen. And then Hazemon, it's been a bumpy road, but here we join hands once again for the same goal. Rather, perhaps we could say that, for the very first time, our troops are actually united. And Elchi, today marks the beginning of a new era for Zuth. Gwen, right, henceforth we'll all fight alongside one another. And Shire, Zuth reborn. Well, it's a pleasure to work with everybody. And then she apparently has loads of extra bullshit if you don't do that route, but apparently she's here. Yeah, it's whoops, there I go murdering. Like, they'll come over and they'll fuck everything up. They fuck up the atmosphere and they're going to make it all blow up or whatever. But here's Lehman. But as for our enemies, they're still the one who moved against us from the shadows. The one who tried to have us destroy each other. Atherin, I suspect it's that person who started the outbreak of the dimensional quake. The Black Charisma freak, huh? From the way he spoke, it seems he was the one who brought all those troops to that one place. And he called us out by name. Don't even know that it is a man, though. He or she spoke with a voice synthesizer. Black Charisma. Need to be careful with this one. And then, yeah, friggin', I want to see Anno's Godzilla because it's apparently really fucking good. And here's Gwen. Glad to see you kept well, Captain Elchi. You too seem to be in one piece, Mr. Gwen. Listen, I'd like to ask you for more details about one of your battles, specifically about that Overdevil. That's a surprise. I didn't think you'd be interested in grotesque things like that. My interest is more in the era that created it, the so-called Black History. Ichikuro no Echi. And then more bullshit. The only important bit is, yeah, oh, nice hat, Eureka. She's like, yeah, I'm wearing this because I turned out I was made out of coral. I mean, I knew it all along, but I'm not actually a people. I think that means we missed out on the makeup. I think you only get the makeup on rounds where she looks like Heath Ledger's fucking Joker. But the main important bit on this thing is Koji, Tetsuya, and Daisuke talking about what if we had a sick combo attack. Gwen is this shithead. He's also gay as hell. He cannot admit it. So all the backup characters are having a good time. Hey, look, it's Anil! And Tetsuko talks to Anil because they worked together at one time. And she's like, I'm gonna get Garrett, he's gonna be mine. Talk about the DX's satellite cannon, and now it charges quicker, but it's still fucking bad. And the G-Falcon, it can combine with Parla. Well, I always call that Paula. And then Setsuko just doesn't talk to Orson. Orson Devon! The Chillum, he hangs out, been there since Break the World, been there since it happened, been there 6 months since, like, before K got there. Super garbage. But it's more just filling in on the other route. And yeah, no one cares about shit and fuck off. Yeah, and this is them like, what if we did a sick combo attack? That would be so fucking good. Yeah, the Mazinger team would be unstoppable. Thanks, Rio. Mazinger team's just a small part of Zuth. Maybe if we had an all... Yeah, Mazinger Z, Great Mazinger, and Grendizer. What if they worked together? Holy moly, what a wild ride. Just like these three dudes in their robot. And Marion's like, I'm glad you guys didn't turn out to be huge shitheads. And... I think Raita is still a shit to him though, like all the time. And we haven't found anything out about S1. So you bully one of the animals again, no, he's a shithead. Well, that is what Bully would say, you're right, can't they? But alarm goes off, and apparently a large Iranian posse is heading for us, and everyone's like, alright, we can't let these short-sighted people have their way. It's time for New Zuth to go get them, and this is 41 Cross Point. And on Rand's route, Apollo is upset about bullshit. And so he's like, come on, deploy. And he's like, what's Fudo been up to? And she's like, he's just gone back to Dira headquarters, whatever. But they're... and then Apollo's like, we gotta go. And Fudo's like, I'll pilot the thing, if you want, because Baron's dead. But Sirius and Sylvia had a thing where there was fucking wings or whatever. It was weird. And the Glomar's launching. And I'm going to bring the Argama and Iron Gear, because Iron Gear's fucking good. And then I get to bring 16 nerds. I've got a lot of nerds that haven't joined in for a long time. Okay, you really don't need to be at the fucking front, dude. You're way too good. Yeah, that'll do. It's wow, Zeus all together again, and here's the captain. And he says that seeing all these different units all back together, it's beautiful. And Mimsy agrees, especially considering how hostile we were to each other about 3 days ago. Kay says that it stands as a symbol of what this world's all about. And Cape's like, wow, dude, you're as chill as ever. And Quattro says that he finds it commendable that Kay's managed to endure the responsibility of being a singularity. And that's important, we should remember that. But anyway, this is Reborn Zuth's debut, so Garrett says, gotta win big. And then he's like, oh wait, sorry, Shai, I forgot that you were Armanian and we were about to be murdering your countrymen. He's like, don't worry about it, Garrett. I'm looking for a way to help everybody. Banjo is like, wow, what a splendid person. Amazing. And she's like, oh, you flattering an old woman won't get you anything. Because she's all of like 20 years old. The Iranians are weird. And then Luna Maria and Sayaka, then, oh yeah, Iranian women lose their biological functionalities at age 18, but that'd be fucked up, right? And now here's the Iranian shop, and here's Manisha. And they're like, what to do with that? And then Hilda explains to everybody else what Manisha is, and I think she's related to Shire. But she knows that both singularities are here and demands we hand them over, and if we do, she'll ignore our transgressions thus far. So she was like, wow, that's a high and mighty attitude she's got. And Stern's like, I mean, she's Amon's de facto leader, so probably comes with the territory. Now here's Roger. Shire, allow me to mediate this matter with her. And Gavan. The negotiator enters. But things always get worse when he gets to work. Thank you, Roger, but it's Manisha we're dealing with, so I need to answer. Let's go, sister. Yes, it's sister. And those singularities over. We refuse. Do you not care about safeguarding Oman? You've always been selfish like that, ever since you were a kid. Like when you foisted the family onto me and left to travel around without a care in the world. And now I was like, oh, jeez, did you come in a rant about your sisterly problems? And that's it. You should go home then. We're very busy. And Renan's, yeah, we're trying to save the entire world. Come back later if you want to yell at your sister. I came here to save my country, and you deride that? Open fire. Shoot down their escorts and capture the singularities. Manisha, Che Guevara has always been with Gecko State. He's called Stoner, and he takes photographs for the magazine. Jamil, Shire, you've no choice. They can't have Kay and Orson. And again, you can pull back if you don't want to do this. We'll handle them. No, I'll fight too. My mind's set, just like everyone else. Nimsy, Shire. All troops, attack the Iranians. If we're going to defend this world, we need to stand our ground against whoever the enemy is. And now, Kays. Roger, we all know what must be done. That said, we should avoid any unnecessary damage. Fucking Dinkfleet. Focus fire on their mothership. We'll try and end this as quickly as possible. Thanks a bunch, Lieutenant Quattro. Yeah, Oman's still our country. We'd rather not fight them if we can avoid it. Old Ria and my Manisha. So we've got to clear the map within 5 turns. We have to shoot down the Oman battleship, and we get +1 ending points if we shoot down the battleship without killing any other unit. So, time for no money, because we're just going to walk past all these nerds and fly at this fucker and blow it up. Surfer Squad do not blare out anything, they're awful. But which robot's rad as hell? We've got a lot of rad robots now. Form 1 of the Dingus. Form 2 of the Dingus, which is the short range one. And then the shooty one. But there's pretty much no reason to not just use this one, because it's got the really long arms and it's got the 3D bullshit attack. You got any other hooting and hollering? No, we don't have any other hooting and hollering. But we'll combine the DX and the G Falcon into that. It's a robot wearing a plane as an outfit, and it's just better. 3 turns to go on the moon charge. Better than 5. Isn't it the robot powered by the weird incest winds? Only one of them's weird. The other one's like, I don't like any of this. I want no part of this. But we're not going to shoot down anybody except the big truck for the good ending. Oh yeah, I forgot these guys are really fucking fast, because +4 from old Giron. And it's the Nerve Ash. It's good. It's just really good. Except it's got Renton at the controls, who is just not as good as Eureka in like every way. In every way, he is worse than Eureka except defense, which he's even on. Okay, no, they're even on skill because I've pumped his skill. So she's 126 defense and he's 139 defense, but other than that, they're completely equal. Well, no, he's completely worse than she is. His Grendizer in his funny trousers. Oh yeah, these guys are fast because Holland's there. Whoosh! And there's the combo attack. Final... No, it's triple Mazinger Blade. The final dynamic special involves the Getter Boys, but we got 3 swords. This is the Iron Gear. This is the Iron Gear in form of a dude. Love the Iron Gear. It's so just shit. You've got Takoki. I mean, let's fly K in. But then literally never let him attack anybody. Just, he can't, they die. I ain't moving them. VR is so good. It's the joke is that Nerve Ash is basically Zeoraimer in this game, but it's just grossly overpowered. Now let's find old Cappy. What's old Cappy saying? Bam bam bam, bam bam bam, bam bam bam. We got everybody except Cafe so far. That buzzing, I hate it now that I've heard it. Oh, there's Cafe. This is too complicated for me, but I know that some people don't have to suffer so others can be happy. There's got to be something we can do to make everyone in the world happy, and we're gonna find it. Bum, 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 bum. There's been news about G-Generation Genesis. There is character creation, but none of them have faces, and their abilities are decided by blood type and birthday. But there are like 35 original characters you can hire, including like let's go through them. If you click that and then just keep going, clicking on the right arrow, everyone without a face is a creator character, and everybody with a face is one that's already made that you can pick. And there's a really tired dude. There's a really tired ship captain. And an igloo. Let's find the igloo. There's an igloo. Right then, I'm pretty sure Apollo was on the first page. Yeah, do you think they ever mentioned their birthday? No, because they have different birthdays and blood types. Really? It just so happens that in future games they have the spells and stuff that was on that special day. It's fucked up. So here's Apollo. You know, no one likes folks who hog food when there ain't much. You gotta share it so everyone gets a piece. Here's what I do to hogs. Alright, buddy. Now I've gotta try and open this bag of pieces. But yeah, I wonder if that means they're gonna have spirit commands, or like in the DS one they have ID commands, which was stuff like Char would go 3 times faster than a regular mobile suit, and that was accelerate. And he'd have it's not about the mobile suit, it's about the pilot. Like the difference is the pilot, and that would be his focus. There's also a lady with one weird titty. Lady Shaya, please understand. Manisha's doing this for everybody. In gameplay, in a lot of ways it's simpler. Fucking Renton. Oh shit, shut the fuck up. I believe we can make it through anything. So we'll keep trying till we can't anymore. Maybe it's just a fantasy, but we're looking for a way to save everybody. Yeah, like, in some ways it's simpler, in other ways it's... got more layers. I wouldn't say more complex. Battleships are way more complex than they are in Super Robot Wars. You still move about on the grid. Blah 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 blah. Still have different weapons. Nothing uses ammo. Everything is always energy and uses different amounts of energy. There are units that are different size. Like the Psycho Gundam actually takes up more squares than a regular unit, and its range 1 attacks are like hit like everything in the 9 squares around it, because I think it's a 3x3. So 12 squares. One of them numbers would be right. But the it's more the meta mechanics where it differs. This one is just going to be a straight run through the Universal Century, like you pick a series and you go through the storyline, and like the first stage will probably be Amuro versus 2 Zakus inside side 7 or whatever. Yeah, you can't stop me from saving the world. I'm 40 and I'm well. Nice getting Battle Century G in the mail. It's good as hell, I have been led to believe. Muriel's just invincible because he's got a shield and a barrier, and it's good, and he's double large. Yeah, like you pick a thing and you go through. So the first stage will be Amuro versus 2 Zakus, but also you'll be like, if you choose to do Mobile Suit Gundam first, like you can probably pick like from any. And then you can also deploy so many of your own dudes as well. So if you just play it straight, it's like, oh, here's Amuro in the Gundam having a shit time. But if you don't, then it's like, alright, here's fucking Char and everybody coming in, having a good time. Like in other games, it'd be like, oh, here's Amuro fighting Char and 2 Zaku's in space. Well, here's Kira, Shin, Setsuna, Banaji, Char, Quattro, Young Char, Empress Haman, Young Haman, regular Haman, Char's counter-attack Amuro, Zeta Amuro, and regular Amuro to go with the one that's already been deployed for you on the map. And it just gets really out of fucking hand. I gotta find Camille. That's Marin. I can't write off what they're doing as simple arrogance, but if we can't get past these impulses, we as a race will never get over war. Bum, 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 bum. And battleships are different in that they're fucking huge. Battleships take up, I think most of them are like 4x10 squares, and like their weapons have different firing arcs. Oh, I'd love to play a one-shot over Collapse Time of Battleship Strategy. Let's fucking do it. Like to take the Minerva from this for example, it's got its main cannon, the Tannhäuser that comes out the middle. That could only fire forwards, and its flak could fire like everywhere around it, but have a few dead spots. I need Orson to not fucking die though. And battleships have like a command aura around them that gives a boost to people in it, and they can move around like strafing, but if you want to actually turn one around, they can only turn 90 degrees a turn, and that's their entire move. And in this game you can do things where, if they're a leader of a squad, because your things are set up as squads, but not like this game where you have them all together, it'd be like, here's a leader dude. Like, here's the master, and then they have 2 squads under them, and each one of those squads would have a leader. And they can only support and attack and defend each other within their squads, and the master can do everybody. And but in this game, it's going to be that if the leader of a squad or a master is like within the firing arc of a battleship and attacks an enemy that's also in the firing arc, the battleship will support, which is cool as hell. I'm glad that Roberto's just getting fucking murdered. Part of this shit. Story-wise, even at their most Super Robot Wars, like, most story sections like 10 lines at most of somebody just saying, it's like, oh, look at those guys, we gotta stop them, let's go get them, everybody. No, you will not stop me. Like, it's super story light. It's friggin' K. K's gotta be like near the start, right? It's Roger. Here's K. Come and get me, I'm right here. K Katsuragi, the Singularity himself. But I don't go on easy on people trying to catch me, so you better be ready. In the and the big thing is, like, you level up and upgrade your suits and evolve them like fucking Pokemon. Like, you can upgrade them to increase their stats, or you can upgrade them to become completely new things. Like, you'd have, like, say you got the original GM, you'd have the GM one, and then from there you could upgrade it to the GM cannon, the GM sniper, some of the the ground GM probably, or the GM2, and then you'd upgrade it to the GM2, and then that you could do the GM Cannon 2, the GM Custom, the GM Sniper 2, blah 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 blah. And you keep doing that until eventually you get to like the G-Gun, and then the G-Gun can become whatever. And then you mash two things together, and then they'll start to become like scary stuff. Like you turn it, like you combine a G-Gun and a Marasai, and then you can make F-91 grunt suits. Where I've been the last 2 days, I've been fucking dying. I had a really sore. When I woke up Wednesday, I had a really sore throat. So I thought, rather than kill myself, I'd just rest it up. Okay, now Apollo is the best pilot on the field, so pretty good. But it's like if you like Super Robot Wars, and then G-Gen is sort of like the Disgaea version of Super Robot Wars, where it's more about the meta bullshit and like breaking the game and mashing shit together and putting pilots in whatever the hell you want and having a good time and replaying stages and stuff like that. But the core gameplay is still move robot on grid, click on man, shoot them down. There's some things where some attacks are multiple hit. Like, you know, in this game when someone shoots a beam rifle and they go one shot to the right, one shot to the left, jump, one in the middle. That attack in G-Gen would be like times 3, and it would do like, instead of being 1500, it would be like 550 times 3. And then your pilot might miss one, or might miss two, or might miss all three. Or they might hit all three on the enemy and do a shit ton of damage. But they've got to be good at that. And there's more breakdown on what. It's sort of a bigger breakdown on what moves are. Like there's like range missile, range beam melee. But they're all like weird and shit, instead of just all nicely laid out for like they are in Super Robot Wars games with just a little letter and you go, oh, I know what that is. It's like, here's a picture of a beam. Brilliant, thanks. Morale is in, but as like tension. And when you hit full tension, then that's when you can do your big attacks and transform. Like Unicorn can go to from Unicorn mode to Destroy mode when Banaji hits full tension. You can make your own guys, though in this one they're all going to be faceless for some reason. And we find they're really fucking tired, dude. That's pretty evil. Is this the tired dude? Yeah, this is the tired dude. And then there, like, this dude looks like the Mexican president man from G Gundam. Like a lot of the characters just like, oh wow, we found the Universal Century character maker online, and this is what we shout out. Yeah, like this map's gonna take a while just because we're going through all their bullshit, but once we actually get on the thing, I think it's gonna go down in like a turn. Let's find Tetsuya. I think we get to blow up everything after we blow up the thing. Here's Tetsuya. Maybe all we're trying to do is a pipe dream, but We think it's worth fighting for, and if you try to stop us, you won't find any mercy. Yeah, 100% free doll make if you see Gundam, make your Gundam OC and show them, pretty much. Also, if a unit gets shot down in G-Gen games, it's gone forever. The pilot will always eject and survive, but the unit's gone, so you gotta buy a new one and upgrade it or whatever, and have a shit time if it's a high level one. That's what like you save all the time, because if you lose something you spent like 1 million credits in and 400 different things mashing together and 4 million years grinding it up, you're like, man, that sucks. Also, if you spend that long doing it, it's already invincible, so... Bow bow bow. Battleships also have... I need Orson to not be dead. Like, if Orson dies, I gotta restart. Like, straight up. Roger's like the first dude on the first page, so that's easy to find. How regrettable. If you were willing to listen, we could have shared our plans, but you moved to take the singularity by force without even giving us the chance. Now, face your judgment. I don't know how many stages I'm going to do, depends on how long this one takes. I'd like to do a couple, but if it takes 1 million years, then I won't. Yeah, battleships have a captain who gives leadership bonuses and determines how good the fucking is invincible. How good the Commandora is and stuff like that. Weapons control, which is accuracy and damage. There's a sensors, I think, and like helmsman, and then mechanic, who determines how fast, like how defensive they are and how quick things you put in it refill and resupply, and guest, which just do random weird stupid shit that nobody cares about. Well, buddy, sucks to be you. I mean, I got a big fucking gun over here that I would much rather use than that, and I can't, because I can't aim that far. So I guess we're going on to Punchtron. Yeah, that sounds good, Roger, to me. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know how much of it I'll stream, because a lot of it is grinding and bullshit. And it is just going through the Universal Century from the start to the end of Unicorn. But it is also covering loads of different games and stuff, with all the Blue Destiny stuff and Zeonic Front. I did see that Berserk News was out yesterday, and the reviews are, it's another Dynasty Warriors game, but with this nerd in. Bonk! Roger got him. And we'll do stupid shit like have Bernie in the new and just go, I'm not a new type, I don't have the awaken skill, fuck me. Which are actually fucking invincible though. Oh, thunder. If it's all these systems, yeah. Yeah, all the Marnian and Churum stuff, their deal is that they're super small and dodgy. So when it comes to their battleship, Roger's gonna just fucking murder it. Oh yeah, he's gonna get the good cut in this game! Whereas the good cutting on the dynamic kill! With the face and everything! Shit, I forgot about that! Fuck you, Z3! I don't know if there's going to be any extra weird stuff. I don't think there is. I think they've said it's straight. It's one of the ones where it's just get to play it, but add your own twist on the events or fucking whatever. Who gives a hoot? Spin salsa. Is it fucking... Yeah, it's fucking dead already, so... There you go, that's all you need to know about that. Yeah, give me that double XP. And that double money. Thanks, Emma, as the only person with the money doubler. And I don't have to worry about Hikaru dying. Because unless this thing's countered, she's not getting shot. Bum ba ba, ba 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 ba. Aye, Luke's on this page. I don't care about what Gamer's got to fucking say about anything. Especially not esports. Garrett talking shit. It's awesome. I'm sorry it's much the same shit that everybody else says, but just for completeness. Ah, here we go. Stop this now! Taking the singularity from us by force won't stop the fighting. If you really want peace, you'll think about saving people beyond your own. And now Holland's gonna fucking murder it. Alright, maybe Hikaru will. She won't. Nah. Can't believe they made Duke waste some of his juice. Right, so we blow it up, and Manisha is still bent on getting all the singularities for Aman, and Shire yells at her to stop. But Manisha asks if she doesn't understand that her actions are dooming the Iranian people. And she's in the middle of calling Shire a traitor, when Mimsy's like, alright, I've had enough of this shit. Says, Manisha, you have no idea how your sister's feeling. You're just a spoiled brat. What? He says, you may say that Shire abandoned her family to go gallivanting her about, but in reality, she silently chose to step down because she judged that you were the better person to lead. And Shire's like, a fine excuse, fuck you. But Mimsy says that Manisha is arrogant, ignorant of the situation concerning her own husband, Rance. And then Shire's like, Mimsy, shut up. And he's like, truth's got to be known. And she says that Nancy always loved Shire more than Manisha, and yet, stop. And then, Chief, Tyrion incoming. And then they show up. So here's Robert. And he starts shooting everybody. And the way that he's just firing at everybody, Orson's like, alright, that's Robert then. He's in command, because that's all he does. And Robert has already singled out Orson and Kay. And his plan is he's going to beat them both to the point of death, and then bring them in. And so they're getting on the offensive. Quattro's surprised at how intent this guy is on capturing the singularities and murdering everybody. And the best that Holland can tell is that Roberts festered a long